Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Are Ripple looking to settle with the SEC? Well, we've got a brand new article up on the Daily Huddle which states XRP co-creator posts cryptic message on survival of Ripple amid SEC crypto battle. Interesting. So let's actually get into the article and then we can break down our thoughts on the article and what I personally think the article is actually in relation to. Okay, so it starts. XRP co-creator and CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz, just posted a cryptic message on Twitter. The note appears to address the US Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple, which alleges the company sold XRP as an unregistered security for years. In his message, Schwartz takes a bird's-eye view of Ripple's journey to this point in time and says the company now has two choices: fight for what's right or focus on survival. Now, that's the interesting part of this whole article. We will get back to that in a moment, but that is definitely the interesting part of this article. So we now have, quote, Ripple: when a scrappy financial startup takes on a web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learn that the cost of disrupting the status quo is higher than they could have ever imagined, forcing them to decide between their vision and their survival. Ain't that the truth? The SEC launched its lawsuit against Ripple in December of 2020. The case remains in federal court, and Ripple's ultimate decision to settle or let the courts decide will have a significant impact on the future of crypto in the US. Last month, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said an agreement with the SEC is not on the table. In court, Ripple's legal team has said the lawsuit is centered on unprecedented and ill-conceived legal theory. They argue the functionality, liquidity, and distribution of XRP makes the asset wholly incompatible with securities regulations. They also say a decision to label XRP a security would directly impair the crypto asset's main reason for existence. Okay, so let's go back to the main part, because I think this is the part that I think a lot of people are going to be looking into, and I think this is the part that's very interesting. Okay, and that's back to where it says here. The company now has two choices: fight for what's right or focus on survival. Now, I've been following XRP for roughly 2 years now. I have noticed David Schwartz is definitely pro crypto, and why wouldn't he be? He created a crypto token. He's obviously part of Ripple, which is using a crypto token as their business model. So it makes sense, yeah? And when I see this, I'm going to tell you what I think the breakdown of this, of what I think this is, right? Okay, so it says fight for what's right or focus on survival. So let's go for fight for what's right first. I believe, from what I've seen of David Schwartz, he wants crypto to succeed in general, not just XRP. He wants crypto to survive in general, right? And I think there's two reasons for this. One, I think he just believes in the technology. I think he's a big advocate for what the technology can bring in terms of, you know, our daily lives, like XRP. We can all see what that will do for the financial sector in terms of instant settlement with payments for lower fees. So we know that crypto have utility. Well, the crypto coins that do have utility can really change people's daily lives. So it can be a force for good, yeah? So I think in the general sense he's pro-crypto. But then I think also from the selfish point of view of him being a partner in Ripple, yeah? Being the CTO of Ripple, he will want crypto to succeed, because the more crypto is adopted, the better it is for Ripple, who use XRP, which is a crypto coin. So when he says fight for what's right, I believe what he means fight for what's right is, I think he means the broader crypto market. I think fighting for what's right is fighting for crypto as a whole, Because we've seen the actions of the SEC, right? We all know that they're playing a very dirty game here, and it looks like their intention is to try and stifle crypto. Yeah, or at least trying to put it in the hands of the legacy finance. Yeah, so I think when they're saying fight for what's right, I believe what he's saying is what's right is to fight for crypto as a whole, to fight for clarity for the whole space, as that's what the concern is here. Everybody's saying in cryptos that there's no regulatory clarity, which is why a lot of people are getting sued. Companies are getting damaged because they don't know what to do. Okay, but it's saying fight for what's right or focus on survival. Okay, and when they say focus on survival, I think what that is about is focusing on XRP, right? And in my eyes, when they say focus on survival, the only answer I can give to that would be to do a settlement, right? The only thing that could spring to my mind where you focus on survival would be to settle with the SEC, because that would then mean that XRP has legal clarity, but other crypto coins don't. So it's a strange situation because Brad Garlinghouse has said a settlement is not on the table, but I can't think of an alternative theory of what they would mean to focus on their survival. So I'm a bit stumped with this one. If I was going to give an answer, do I think that they're going to settle? I'm going to say no. But the only reason why I'm going to say no is because Brad Garlinghouse said a settlement isn't on the table. I can't really see an alternative theory of what it would be. But let me just say this. I'm an outsider looking in, right? So, as I said, the message is cryptic. There could be way more going on behind the scenes that, me and you guys are not privy to. Yeah? So, we have to accept that this could be something that's going to go way over our heads because we just simply don't know the ins and outs of this whole case. But just going by what we do have, I think what I'm saying sounds pretty accurate to say fight for what's right is in terms of fighting for the greater good of crypto. I think that sounds accurate. And then focus on survival would clearly be survival for Ripple. And what would make Ripple survive is just saving XRP. And if you're in a lawsuit right now and they're saying focus on survival, a settlement sounds like the only way they could do that, right? Because once they settle, they would agree to terms that would allow XRP to be legally utilized. We know that they're not going to settle on terms that wouldn't allow them to use XRP because that would just destroy the business. So that wouldn't make sense. So it would only make sense in my head for this to be talking about settlement. So it's a very confusing situation. I mean, maybe Brad really didn't think a settlement was on the cards at the time. Maybe something has changed at that time. Maybe SEC have had a change of heart. Maybe they've looked more at the lawsuit and thinking we might actually lose this and got in contact with Ripple. So, I mean, what do you guys think? To me, settlement sounds like the obvious answer. It sounds like the only answer that I can think of with the information that we have. But, maybe you guys have done more researching than me. Maybe you've seen something that I haven't seen. So, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Because to me, this sounds like a settlement. But, going by the information that we do have, it is strange with what Brad Garlinghouse has said. But things can change. So, I'm going to say no for now. Just simply because, there's been a lot of stages in this lawsuit where they could have settled and they haven't. The SEC really have dug their heels in on this one, and they don't seem to be letting up. So I'm going to say no, and maybe there's something going on behind the scenes which we're not aware of, which is why this message is cryptic. very possible. But drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any information you guys might have, you might be able to bring something to light that I don't know. It might be a thing that we can discuss ideas back and forth in the comment section, and we may even come up with a whole new theory from that, you know. So thank you for listening, guys. And until the next one, take care. Bye.